Alright, box number 2 of the case, right? So, for anyone who wants to know, so far the pulls, ally-wise, right? 3, Scooby, Limpet, and Chowder. Marvel Marlin, which is definitely nice, because I want to play Marlin. 1 Gold Kiss Rum, 2 Rust Belts, Murderous Rabble, King Kraken Harpoon, EA. It's definitely a really, really nice one. 2 Sea Lace Throngs, 2 Dead Threads, Sunken Treasure, bunch of other miscellaneous gold cards. Although this is quite beautiful, right? The Expedition cards. Just, obviously, the Treasure Island shtick, right? All they needed was a clause that, if you can't do that, do something else, right? Unicycle, definitely a playable, common cold foil, bunch of gold, bunch of cogs, and there's the extra, right? And a nice, beautiful bird up the end, right? So, let's see what we can find. Again, I will always, most likely, consistently do the gold pack at the end of the box. So, if that's what you're interested in, feel free to skip ahead. Other than that, we are looking for more Majestics. I opened to collect, so I basically just want play sets of everything, right? And a few extras to, I guess, trade in case I whip on other stuff. Still yet to see a single, right? I don't remember what it's called. Earthshaker? Shatterer? Just, it was the awkwardly long text to me, right? But I think it's the one expansion card that I haven't seen a single copy of. No, actually, I haven't seen Klloo either. But I assume Klloo is short printed because it's, a weapon, right? It's just not as valuable as the Hunter's Clave. So, yeah, keep that in mind. But, nada to start, right? Try and speed through these, since, again, all I really care about at this point is the Majestics, although if there is a beautiful foil, we will point out the beautiful foil, because, again, the foiling in this set, I think, has been the best so far. I don't know if it's just because of the colouring of the cards, but they're pretty gorgeous, right? Even this, because you've got the little glints and the skeletal lines, right? Just all about the different light angles that you hit. Oh! Deny Redemption. Have I seen a Runeblade? No, I think it's also the first Runeblade expansion slot. Still, very, very beautiful card. Playable, I believe, right? Something to amp and pump with your channel Millennial. They probably will end up doing more amp, right? Because, again, they got rid of the Scepter of Pain, correct? Right? So, yeah. Amp is definitely a mechanic that they're going to stick with for a little bit. Also, I should be doing it this way since, it's nice and easier. Now, what's the foil? Hook, line, and sinker, right? Also another beautiful set of cards. Hoping there's a playmat. That is the whole stretch of them. That would be beautiful. Other than that, 1 Majestic out of our, hopefully, 6. God, so there's my 3rd Conqueror. Beautiful. That makes me want to pivot to maybe play Scurvy, because I'm doing this right before I leave for an armory. Blitz, but I have the Cheyenne deck set up, mainly because I just didn't pull enough of the Majestic to give Scurvy a go. But that's my playset of Conquerors now, so maybe I should be Scurvying, but I'll hold until later. Another adult Marlin. I take it back. I said last time that they're about the same rate. It feels like they're a little bit more common, actually, than the Majestics. I've gotten a fair few. I don't think I've seen a Puffin, though, weirdly. I've seen a bunch of Gravies and Marlins. Burned Bear for an expansion slot. Definitely have way too many of them so far. Oh well. In the right Wizard build as well. Again, just having that bigger baseline definitely do something. So, yeah. Either way, keep an eye on that card for just what comes later. As per, the majority of Majestics do. They really go ebb and flow, right? All they need is the right thing printed. Seriously, if you don't have certain things, I definitely just pick them up as the cheapest, right, and cycle around. Cogworks Workshop as our foil. Again, just gorgeous, right? Definitely useful in both, right? Max and Puffin and Dash.io. I don't know if Dash.io cares too much about the actual generation, since, you get rewarded from playing Cogs from the top of your deck. But maybe so you can ramp up to, 2 or 3 Cogs. Not so fast, foil. Again, as playable as this is, I just wanted it that little bit more. Especially for Cheyenne, where it just negates draw, not just gold token draw. Although, again, you can, forfeit gold to people and bait them and get them to spend resources into it and net yourself a card. There's definitely some really fun stuff you can do with Scurv, right? Minus, just obviously sticky fingers and stealing gold back. But, activating all the mutiny cards through wages that fail is definitely a cool idea as well. Sea legs, definitely have way too many of them. Then you have 3 and 2 foils already, so yeah, definitely don't need sea legs, but still a really nice brute card as well. What are we looking for? Golden Sky Warden, that's the first one. So, yeah, we talked about before the pirate cards potentially being harder to pull. Seems to be the case going around, right? Murderous Rabble. I think because it's such a playable rare, everyone's looking for it. But, There's other rare pirate cards that are probably just as hard to pull. But I do like Golden Skywarden, right? With the singular interaction with Golden Cogs on Galvanized. I'm so surprised that they didn't have more impactful cards, right? To actually interact specifically with Golden Cogs over normal Cogs. Kind of weird to me. There's an adult Puffin. We were talking about that before. Kind of screws us with all the Steam lines. Oh, God. Yeah. I don't want to play foils, right? I like just a nice stock standard deck. Maybe shiny bling for the armor and hero. But usually no foils in the actual deck. And, these cards are changing my mind a little bit, right? Draw back the hammer as well. Oh, another Puffin. Otherwise nothing. What are we? 5 Majestics it looks like, right? Also, I might sound a little bit weird because I just realized I threw the empty box on top of my mic. That was not a smart idea. Herald of Secum, beautiful, as a foil. I think that's my third one, though. Not that I really ever touch Illusionist, but always nice. To have sets of cards, right? Still missing a fair few, though. I need to go through and sort them. I mean, they're right up there. I'll look through them at the end in box number 4 and see what we have. But I feel like that's basically all our Majestics. Maybe something cheeky lurking. It's about one Marvel a case, it feels, so there's potentially the chance for one more. We still haven't hit a legendary. King Kraken Harpoon, so I think that's my third one if I include the EA. So that's another Majestic set done, right? But yeah, a Marvel Gravy would be nice. Young, weirdly, right? I personally, I like the young Gravy. He looks pretty sick, right? So I would very much like him as a young Marvel. He's like the one young Marvel that I really would like to see. Obviously, speaking, young Marvels are kind of meh because they're just so far apart between all the other Marvel cards. Like, I'm pretty sure the majority of allies will still sit above the youngs, right? But it looks like this is just a stock standard middle box. Decent amount of Majestics, but nothing secretly lurking about. Yeah, and we have the treasure pack at the end, but, you know, who knows what that has. Nada. Alright. Majestic. Well, it's not an expansion slot. I believe the last card's always expansion, or is it the next one? Either way, no expansion slot card. And nada. Oh well. Alright. What will we pull from the gold pack? Make sure to cut it. So we don't accidentally damage any of the cards. God, I always cut them short. So, it is just a gold, which is fine. We're meant to do it slowly. Which way's better? What do you like? Flipping or the secret slide, right? Well, it is... Oh, it's an L, right? I can read that as an L. It is Cogworks. Inkrings. Beautiful. Is it, though? I mean, it is a beautiful card. I'm just thinking whether or not I care so much about it, right? Obviously, Dead Threads is a big one. Sea Lace Sarong is also pretty huge, right? I think this is just a solid, right, card. But obviously, then you have Dead Threads and Sea Lace Sarong being significantly better because they're just so impactful to the archetype. But this is still just a solid card. Again, I wish it was base so you could, you know, use it in tandem with the instant evos, since, you know, the combat chain won't close, and that's how Blade Break works. But still, that's my first call for a legendary, so that's definitely nice to have, and a decent chunk of Majestics, right? We're good on time, so let me actually sort the Majestics, so I can sort of think about what I'm still missing going into the last 2 boxes. Alright, not too bad. Still missing an Arcane Compliance, but we have our Heralds, missing a Everblooming Life, 2 Riddle Regrets, have a ton of Burn Bears, 2 Deny Redemptions, have our Escalates, have our Preachers, our Bam Bams are missing 1, Undertow have 1 extra, we're missing half the Amulets, 5 of the Amulets, right? Mice Touch, missing a copy, Sea Legs have plenty, 3, 2 foils, Sunken Treasure, 2, but then I have the Pirate Treasure as well, if need be. Hit the Barkeep, 3, Loan Shark, 3, Conqueror, 3, beautiful. 1 Return Fire, 2 Bar Barrages, have our 3 Big Game, and then missing our Harpoons. The Allies, 2 Charms, 1 Moray, so missing whoever the third one is, I can't... it's Whaler, isn't it? Whaler's Majestic? No, Whaler wasn't Majestic. Whaler was rare. Whoever the last Majestic ally is, missing. Given a quarter, still need 2. Still need 1 more Charts, and 1 more Blow in the Water. Cogworks Workshop, have our 3. Cog the Machine, only 2. Our Aeronaut 1, Cogworks 1, and 3 Jolly Bludgers and 1 Golden Skywarn. So yeah, still looking for a few Majestics, so hopefully we find them, right, relatively quickly. Although again, it's to do it by yourself, right? Again, you'll get a lot of duplicates, but it's about 6, right? 6 cases, funnily. At least that was what I'd worked out, again, roughly. From high seas, again, we don't know the pull rate tweaks or anything like that. So we should be good. So to get so many early on is definitely nice. But yeah, I have to see what else is in store. Other than that, leave it there. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.